myth of fitness. So, number one, supplements. Magical tool to actually gain muscle, lose weight? Not really. So, let me talk a bit about supplements. Supplements are actually a source and tool to enhance the process. Well, that's true if you're hardworking enough. So let's see. Take whey protein as an example. Whey protein is just basically powdered form protein, right? You can have your protein from egg, chicken, fish, any meat in the world, even bugs. It just creates a more convenient way of intaking your protein. But I didn't mean that your daily intake of 200 grams of protein comes from whey protein. Should you use it 24/7? Recommendation? No. When should you take it? I believe that you should only take it like after your workout, before your workout, or in the morning. Try to choose one. I would not recommend taking too much whey protein because it somehow stress your kidney and creates a dependency on it. So take more whole food and less supplements. So to talk about supplements, this is another supplement I'm trying to take now. This is the day one of me trying this supplement. It's a fat burner by Grenade. The magical thing is that fat burner doesn't work if you do not work out, right? It just contains a lot of caffeine and other stuff like CLA and L-carnitine. So how does caffeine work? So caffeine actually helps enhance the lipolysis process, where it actually the fats detach from the cell. It just detach. So the caffeine actually enhances that process where it can detach more quickly. So imagine the fats are in your bloodstream and you're sitting down doing nothing. Where does the energy go? Nowhere but to stick back to the cell. So this is the magic behind supplements. If you don't work out and you drink your whey protein, what's the use of it? So drink your supplements, eat your supplements when it is necessary. These are chosen supplements, but other supplements such as salmon oil, multi-nutrition, are health benefit. So it benefit your health instead of reaching your goal. So what I'm talking about is enhancement supplements like CLA, fat burners, whey protein, mass gainers, stuff like that. Number two, so this is a interesting fact. Everyone thinks that low calorie equals to weight loss. Well, bad news, guys. Do you know that your body actually is a great system to adapt to changes? So for example, your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, which is the calorie needed to actually function, your body functions. For example, my BMR is 1.6k and I'm trying to lose weight, so I'll decide to eat 900, right? The difference is too big, so my body said, oh, since it's having lower calories, so why not reduce the BMR? Stress in my organs, so your BMR drops and the amount of weight you lose is actually very, very minimal. So yes, you can actually see a very, very effective weight loss during the next 2 weeks, but for the third, fourth week, you'll be stagnant and you'll be nowhere. So what you do is bump up your calorie and gain weight. Why not do it in a slow and consistent way, where drop 100 calories, drop 200 calories instead of dropping 800, 900, 1k. So the myth behind this is that low calorie is weight loss. Well, you only see a very minimal result. So continue with my example, right? 1.6k calorie, BMR 900. So the only way to continue losing weight after that is to lower down your calories. So 700, 600, So what? So one day I stop eating? No, impossible, right? So the key and the success to losing weight is to find out your BMR, for example, 1.6K, and I'll eat roughly about 1.8K. And then work out. So working out actually helps build your metabolism. We can't really track that, but you can use a BMR calculator where they will ask you how fit and how active you are. So with that BMR, you could actually then structure your calorie. For example, your 1.6K, you structure it 1.8K and you go cardio 300 calories. So at the end of the day, you lose 100 calories plus your metabolism, which can't be really calculated. So at the end of the day, you roughly lose around 200-300 calories. So the other step is to take supplements. But remember from myth one, you have to work out. You can't just eat supplements and lose weight. Because I am a big believer that yes, your body stores energy, but if you do not use them, where do they go? It just stores energy in your body, but therefore you have to burn it. And by burning, I mean by working out, by cardio. So let's continue with myth 3. So a lot of people have this concept of big equals strong. Not really. Personally, I don't really see it that way because people have different goals. Alright, set your priority right. Set your priority right. So, for example, you want to be a powerlifter, right? Train like a powerlifter. You do not have to do hypertrophy or your diet is way different from a bodybuilder because powerlifter is trying to build type 1 muscle fiber, which are usually used in strength, and type 2 muscle fiber is basically endurance. If you see someone really big, it means that their muscle fibers, in between their muscle fibers, are actually accumulated with a lot of water. And one of the supplements that helps makes your muscle look really bigger, is creatine. So basically creatine will enter your bloodstream and store in your muscle, and it just holds on to the water weight and give you that puff. But once you stop taking it, it will just flush off in time. So the thing is, the greatest example is Bruce Lee, right? Bruce Lee's not really big, he's really lean. Compared to a lot of bodybuilders, he's actually really small. But the strength compared to bodybuilders is almost the same or even stronger. So thing is, set your priorities right. If you want to get big, train like a bodybuilder, do hypertrophy, eat clean. But for a powerlifter, if you are not really concerned with the body structure, all you want is leaving 10 plates or 6 plates, train like him. 2 reps, 3 reps. So set your priorities right and alter your training program accordingly. Myth 4. So heavy equal gains. I used to believe in this until I start training with my training partner. He had teach me how to do more hypertrophy, like reduce the weight and concentrate on the mind muscle connection and the tension when you stretch. So heavy doesn't really equal gains. We have to analyze. Okay, analyze. For example, you're doing a bench press and your 1 rep max is, example, 2 plates, right? And you decide to go, let's go 5 reps or 8 reps with 2 plates when you know that your 2 plates is 1 rep. Therefore, you're sacrificing something which is really important, your form. So for example, a bench press, right? This is when you actually contract, and this, when you reach this point, you actually stretch the muscle fiber to tear so that you can actually grow. So, and that's why powerlifters, they arch their back so much to actually reduce the range of motion. So this is considered 1 rep. But for bodybuilders, I would say that my form for bench press is to have a straight back to touch the bench so that you can actually feel the full stretch. Yeah, so to get back to it, if you lift too heavy, for example 2 plates, right? Yes, you can do 1 rep with this form, but you're sacrificing 7 reps of this, which you can't really stretch. So what I'll do is recommend to actually do 70% of your 1 rep max, 80% of your 1 rep max, or even 60% with perfect form to actually pump the blood into the muscle and remember to have a good stretch. So the idea is to have a perfect form with sufficient amount of weight. So I'm not asking you to do 2 kilo of bench press, but to do at that level of intensity where you can actually feel the tension, the stretch. For the last myth I would like to talk about is overtraining. The myth behind overtraining is basically that your body can't take the stress, can't recover enough, and can't adapt to those stress in your body, the cortisol. And I personally do not believe in overtraining. I believe in consistency, and hard work, and therefore I train around 6 to 7 times a week. But keeping in mind that rest is really important, so my rest is basically throughout the night, or I'll take a rest day, but I'll still go to the gym, reducing the cortisol level by doing actually just abs or cardio, where I do not really do weight training. So overtraining is a myth in my personal view because pro athlete trains more than we do, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, 4 hours, or maybe 4 hours, and they might train 7 times a week. But why are they in shape? So this is just the main question behind this myth. So to end this video, these are my 5 myths and my 5 personal views about fitness. Myth are myth, truth are truth. Okay, so basically, things around you are actually a accessory to reach your goal, where the key concept is actually here, the mindset. What I want to say is that weights, supplements, theories created from scientists somewhere, somehow, they are all accessories, information for you to actually adapt and change. So basically what I want to say is that follow your mind, follow your dream, where you want to be, where you want to go, where you want to reach, by actually doing one thing. Challenging the mindset and challenging your body is actually just as simple as 1 plus 1 to actually reach your goal. And hope you guys learned something from this video, and